Hello everyone, this is TonsofWaffles here, and today I'm going to be showing you a few crazy Brimstone lineups that I found while messing around in a custom game. If they look similar to anything you've seen before, look up accidental similarity. Basically means by complete chance whatever I found happened to be like something you already found or have seen. And I was just too lazy to go through the 500 plus hours of gameplay on YouTube of Brimstone molly lineups to try and figure out if something I found was too similar to something else, because I really don't want to do that. But for the first one, we're going to be shooting a molly to A default, which would be right here, anywhere in front of this box. That's the only lineup I have for A site. But it's going to be from the golden spot. Now, the golden spot is a spot that I found where you can shoot into the default plant sites for every single site on Haven. So that would be right here. So to shoot to A default, you want to look to that little white line between your Q and your E abilities, right there. And you want to line that up with the very bottom of this light bulb, right in the center of it. Like, light bulb sitting on it, and you just fire. Molly! Should bounce twice, and then I think it's like a third tiny bounce, and then it just lights up right where you want it to. Yeah. So that was A default from the golden spot. Now for a B default from the golden spot, you want to look to the little UI that appears above your Q ability. The bottom of that UI, you're going to see some lines with like a little design with like a triangle at the bottom. You want to take the very bottom of that triangle and nuzzle it in right here with this rock up here, right there. You want to move it over to the left so it's the tip of it's touching this tip of the rock. And then you want to move it left one more time so the very right line of it is not inside of that rock anymore. It should look like this. Molly! Fire. Should go right in there. Now this is good for default B, and then also wraps around to like right about here. Now this last one is also from the golden spot, and it fires into C default, which would be right here. Right here. But it's not really that practical, considering it's on the complete opposite side of the map. I just found it for fun. So I'll show it to you anyways. We want to look at that line between the Q and the E abilities yet again. And you want to line up the right side of it with this crack right here. So you'll see me do that. It's lined up. And then once it's lined up with that crack, you want to move it up so it's like within the darkness of this crack. And then it should bounce off of this roof and land on top of this box. And even though it lands on top of this box, it does still cover this all in fire. It gets a little bit back there too, but the main part you're looking for is right here. Okay, so for more practicality, sometimes you don't want to be standing right here for mollying B because someone might be in the hallway trying to kill you. You can also stand back here, which is really funny. You go to the back of your spawn. Just stand in the direct center of the back of your spawn. Angle your crosshair so the middle of it is between these two windows. Molly! And it should go right in, towards the middle. Now you can angle this a tiny bit to the left or the tiny bit to the right, just to cover the specific corners you might want to also molly, but that's straight to the middle. And then I have two more lineups from this corner. Now one of them's the Doohickey lineup and one of them's the corner lineup. This is a Doohickey. I only noticed recently that it's one of these. But if you stand on the middle of this Doohickey, and you look once again at that UI above your Q ability, you get the pointy part, and you line it up with the top of this leaf. And then you want to move it to the left, so that entire UI is centered with the center of this red flag. So at the leaf, and then move to the center, it should fire. And this is for C default. So a much closer molly lineup that is much more practical if you're going C. And then another B default lineup is from this corner. You want to look at these leaves on the ceiling. You'll see this leaf right now that I'm circling looks kind of discolored. The bottom part of the leaf, you see a tiny little black dot. Just put the center of your crosshair at that black dot. Molly! And it should narrowly miss this roof and bounce straight in. Yeah, and that's all the lineups that I found on Haven while messing around as Brimstone. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm definitely going to be making more of these. Let me know what you think. If I've missed anything or copied anything, let me know. Yeah, just like, subscribe, and get ready for future content. Bye.